Hello, this is Jessica Fox from Florida Virtual Bookkeeper with some tips about lead management. This is something that I've seen a lot of bookkeepers, especially when starting out, can struggle with. You get a prospect, they're interested in your service, and it's happened to me. I will go, yay, and then I will go, oh, now what? So it helps to sketch out a flow of how do you want this process to go so that it's smooth for everybody, so that you are comfortable and confident, so that it won't disrupt your day to try to get this lead onboarded, and so that the lead will also be impressed by how amazingly efficient you are. So it helps to just do some bullet points on what the workflow would be. A sample workflow would be like this. You get the initial contact. That could be by phone or by your website. They send you an email or they contact you through a provider directory. Then you may choose to have a discovery call. That way you can have a conversation with the prospect about what their needs are, what services they're looking for. That way you can produce a proposal. Then you will follow up and get them onboarded. And this is just a very basic version of one. It could be as complex or as simple as you need. This is very efficient. I use 17 hats to do my workflows. So this is what my lead management workflow in 17 hats look like. I actually have several of them tweak for different scenarios, different sources for prospects, but they are based on this basic formula. So as you will see, the first step is activated. This workflow is activated regardless of how I get a customer. The lead came in through my website. It's automatically generated through the lead contact form. So if they go to my website and they fill out the contact us form, this is automatically generated. Now I could have the first email auto send, but I do like to customize it, especially if they did not come through my website. Say I met them on an event. I like to personalize it and say, hey, it was great meeting you at such and such place. It helps you build that rapport to have a better connection with the client, which then increases your chances of closing the deal. So then I set this to approve so I can customize it. And even though it says send questionnaire, bookkeeping needs, this is optional. Most of my prospects ignore the questionnaire, and that's fine by me. It's helpful to me if they fill it out. I get to learn a lot about their business and their needs, but a lot of them may be intimidated. They may not know what they need. They just know that they have a business and they were told they needed a bookkeeper. I get that a lot. They have no clue. So my email says, please fill out this questionnaire or click here to schedule a discovery call. And that's the most common method. And that by clicking here, they're able to view my calendar, select the date and time that works for them, and then I just call them or we meet via Zoom at the scheduled time. It saves a lot of back and forth of going via email, like, will this time work for you? No. How about this day? No. That's very time consuming and it can be frustrating. Prospects just love being able to do that on their own. They get on your calendar without you really having to do anything. It's beautiful. So I do have some other steps to so that make sure that 17 hats will remind me of where we are in the process and so that I don't move too fast. So until I check that I had the discovery call, 17 hats won't tell me that I am ready to send the proposal because you do need to know what the proposal is for. And I also had this set to approve instead of being automatic because I do not charge the same price for everybody. I do not bill on an hourly rate. I use value pricing. And what this means is that all of the packages that I offer 3 packages, are customized specific to what the client told me they're looking for and what their pain points are. So my first package is specifically what they asked for. The second package is what they asked for, plus some extras that they may not realize they need or that would really help make their life easier. And then my premium package is all of the above, plus some bells and whistles that they didn't even mention. They may not know that they had, or they may have said it's nice to have, but I don't think I can afford. That way they can compare evaluate and decide what fits their needs best. I also offer several add-ons depending on the conversation. If they need training, or they need their books set up, or they are in a rush and need things done faster, my rates are different if you want me to put you before anybody else. So that's why I customize every proposal for the client. But because it's as a template in 17 Hats, it's quick for me to create it and customize it and send it. All of my products and services are already saved. So based on my notes from the discovery call or from their answers from the questionnaire, I can select what applies, tweak the prices, and click send. And my proposals have the contract already attached, which is a beautiful thing that I can do with this app. And it will be separate if you were to do the process manually. That will be an extra step for you that you will need to make sure that is included. But when my clients get the proposal, they view their options, they check the packages they want, they click accept, immediately they can read the agreement and sign it. If it's a one-time project, say a training service, the invoice is attached so they can pay at the same time. If it's for recurring service, for obvious reasons, that the invoice is not attached, because we will be setting up a recurring payment agreement. Because I recommend that you get paid in advance. I do not bill people and wait around to get paid. I do not work until I get paid, and I don't recommend you do either, because this happened to me when I was starting and I still hear about it. You don't want the stress and the time of trying to collect. So once I send a proposal, I have a break built in. This means that 17 Hats is not going to be reminding me that I need to be doing anything, because the ball is in the prospect's court. Some of them are very motivated and eager to get started, but others may not be in such a rush, or they may be busy. They may not check their email every day, or they may need time to reflect and evaluate. So I don't like being pushy. And for that reason, I do have my follow-up be several days after the proposal went out. And I keep it brief and simple, because I don't like being pushy. It's not something along the lines of, oh, I realized it's been a few days, I haven't heard back from you. I imagine that life got busy, but I'm pretty sure that bookkeeping still did not get done. And that usually tends to get a pretty good response rate after that. Some people may choose to follow up multiple times. I am not that type of person. I am of the belief that when you're ready, you'll come to me. I find that if I have to nag a prospect, I will need to nag them as well as a client to get documents from them. So when they're ready, they'll come back to me. If not, it's not a good match, I move on. So after that, I would either change them to a cold prospect or initiate the onboarding workflow. And this is also something that you should definitely have, an onboarding workflow. It is beyond the scope of today's video, but if there is enough interest, I'll be happy to go into details on another day on how my workflow works for that. But I did want to show you how in 17 Hats you can create multiple capture forms for your leads depending on where they're coming from. I have one for the websites, I have one for webinars that I offer, and that allows me to customize the questions, customize what workflow starts from it, and the look. You can change the colors and the fonts to fit whatever your website or where it's going to be. You can install it in different places. So the beauty of it is that I can just create a new form. I can just configure everything that I need. It can notify me via email, via text, both. What calendar I want it to add it. Do you want the prospect to get an auto response email? Which workflow you want to activate with it, or none at all? What do you want to do? You can have the person redirected to a different website after they submit the form. I do that when I am giving out a copy of my book. I get their information, they immediately get taken to a page to download the book. I don't have to remember to send it to them. And you can have tags already configured from the form so that in your CRM aspect, the contact section in 17 Hats, in my case, I can easily sort them by where they came from or what years they came to me and all that fun stuff. So this is definitely something that has helped me a lot. And I recommend that you do create a system for onboarding, even if it's not with 17 hats. You definitely want to have a process for your lead management. There are lots of apps out there that can help you. You could even have a manual system. It obviously will take you a little bit longer, but it will help you a lot. So I hope that this was helpful. If you are ready to take the next step, something like the pure bookkeeping system will be very helpful to you because it includes everything that you need to know about running your business, not just about doing the books, but it will give you information on how to get these leads. Because yeah, it's great to have workflow, but if you're not getting leads, that workflow is just going to be collecting virtual dust. And the pure bookkeeping system will give you all the marketing tools that you need, many different avenues of getting leads, so that this workflow can be put to good use and help you grow your business. So if you have any questions, I am only an email away. I hope you have a great day.